Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this one I am going to show you some of my newer plants that I have been getting over the last couple of weeks and my new obsession. Yes, I have a new obsession, so let's get right into it. I'm going to save the obsession till the end. That's what we do, isn't it? The first one I'm going to show you is this Alocasia Regal Shield, and this has come in a homemade self-watering pot, which I love, by the way. Look at the roots on that. Now, I love an Alocasia and I love a Regal Shield. I did have one of these, I had quite a big one, but when we opened the shop, which was in this room originally, we had to get rid of it because it was just taking up so much space. Then, obviously, I took my shop to the house and I brought my plant room down here. It means I can get another one, so I did. This is an absolute baby, but do you know what? We know what it grows into, and for me, a real staple Alocasia, easier care Alocasia. It's almost impossible to kill the Regal Shield, guys, but ain't that cute? And I love the little setup. Like I said, it's pretty good, that, isn't it? Next, we have the king, the Anthurium Veitchii, and I went big on this. I ended up by getting this inadvertently is the word I'm looking for. One of my customers pre-ordered one of these, and they come in twos. They come in two, so what I did was I didn't tell anybody else I was getting them, and then said to Joe, my partner, well, I might as well keep the other one, hadn't I? Because I do want another Veitchii. It's massive, isn't it? How big is that? Honestly, look at the 600 pack there. Can't call it a 6-pack. There's too many of them. Look at the size of that leaf. I had one of these before and it didn't do very well. So I had it for a long time and it was doing great for a period of time, quite a while. And then it just had one of them moments where it was like, I'm done. And it didn't off itself. I gifted it to a friend who currently has it and has rehabbed it, and it's coming back. So time will tell with this one. This is obviously a more established plant than the other one, which for me worries me more because with your smaller baby plants, you can adjust them to your environment a lot easier than something. Where's this been growing? This has been growing in the growers over in the Netherlands. And yeah, I've had it for about 3 weeks as doing this video. So it's not a long time. So far, so good. We can only take it a week at a time, can't we? Now, this one is a real interesting plant because this one is the Fatsia variegated. I couldn't get my words out. And this one was something that my partner Jo picked. She absolutely loved this. We was out on a garden centre visit at a local garden centre, and we was actually doing a video for TikTok, and she picked her 3 favourite plants, and this was in there. So out of the 3 that she chose, I like this one, so we compromised and I bought it. It's actually an outdoor plant, but people keep them indoors. It's doing great here. So far, so good. Again, a lot of the plants I'm showing you today are new plants, so anything up to 4 weeks, they've only been in my care. So, but look at the size of it. Look at the variegation. The variegated leaves are absolutely beautiful, which is one thing, but the shape of the leaves on this plant is absolutely gorgeous. Look at those beautiful kind of fenestrations, and yeah, happy with the plant. However, it's very wide, so it does take up a lot of space. But that's the Fatsia variegated, guys. Next one is this Begonia Dark Magic. This was a plant that I featured in my shop as minis, and everybody went mad for them. It was a very popular plant. I think we did in the beginning of October, end of September time for a bit of Spooktober fun. And I managed to find this in a local garden centre. This was the only one they had tucked away under some plants. Was a member of staff maybe hiding it, do you think? But look at it. I love me a begonia. And when I saw this, I was like, right, that's mine. Snapped it up, and look how full it is. Very, very nice. It doesn't live in my cabinet. It actually lives in the ambient conditions so far. And again, so far, so good. But ain't that a beauty? Look at this. Oh my God, this is a very, very, very beautiful plant. This is a Zanthosoma Lindenii. Look at it. Look at the leaves. The leaves are absolutely beautiful. The pattern of the leaves are unbelievable. And This one currently has a new leaf growing. So this is something that was very much influenced by somebody who's in the community that we have on our Discord, and it was Danny. She does a lot of videos on TikTok. Check her out. She's brilliant. She's just D-A-N-I if you want to check her out. Very, very, very good content, and she has got a beautiful one of these. I put these on pre-order in my shop, and they just sold out instantly. I've actually got a waiting list for this plant. You can understand why, can't you guys? My new focus, because I get hyper focus on things, and my new focus is philodendron. The obsession that I'm going to show you at the end is an obsession within the hyper focus. Philodendrons I used to keep 2 years ago, 18 months ago, and I had all the crawlers and they crawled all over my bloody house. So I got fed up with that and I got rid of them. Again, I have got interested in them due to the said obsession plant, and I've started to buy mostly climbers. I have got one crawler, guys, but mostly climbers, and this one is the Choco Red. I had these in my shop a while back and was kind of like, oh, has that pricked my interest in philodendrons? And I didn't buy it, but I do like this plant. Again, it's a climber, but look at the leaves. Now, I do like these type of philodendrons more, but the obsession is a different type to this kind of leaf, which is kind of crazy. But this one is the Choco Red. I've probably had this the longest, maybe. Is it the longest out of the plants I've showed you? I'm not sure. I can't think right now. But yeah, that is the Choco Red. Look at the round leaves. Look at the pattern on the leaves. Absolutely stunning. Another climber, guys, and this is just a Philodendron Florida Green. And I say just because everybody goes mad about the variegated stuff, the Florida Ghost, the Florida Beauty. I actually prefer the good old Florida Green. I like this better than the other two. Don't get me wrong. I quite like the Florida Beauty. Not a big fan of the Florida Ghost. I can't stand it. I've had them in my shop a couple of times and I don't like them. The Florida Beauty is stunning variegation, but for me, this one is the nicest. I picked this up out of my shop just last week. New leaf coming, guys. And again, it's another climber, like I say. I've got it on a pole because this plant was kind of going a bit wild and I wanted to get some control over it. I love the fenestrated leaves. I love the shape of the leaves. I love the size of the leaves. And like I said, my new focus is philodendrons. So when I got them in my shop the other day, I thought I'm having one. It's as simple as that. So this one is a cutting. It's a Philodendron Splendid. Now I have ordered myself a bigger one of these, but I do like, so this came as unrooted to me, and I've had it in well, there's a little bit of root coming through, and I've had it in water, so I've had it for a few weeks now, and it started to sprout some roots, and it rooted really quickly, so it's now in soil, and we'll start to grow it. Again, another climber, but I have ordered a bigger one because my patience sometimes is not great. For someone who propagates plants and got into this hobby by propagating plants and growing them on, sometimes I'll have a period of times where my patience doesn't hold out, and I think on this one, that was the case. So yeah, that's a beautiful, cute little Splendid. Right, guys, let's talk about that obsession. And that obsession is the Philodendron Spiritus Sancti. Right, I've got two. I've got a little baby one because I wanted the intention of doing both. And I've got this one. This was actually a gift of somebody who actually is in my Discord. Someone who is very special gifted me this plant, knowing where my obsession has gone. So why am I obsessed with this plant? Right. So the first thing was I do lives on TikTok, and somebody came on my live and they had one in the background, and I was like, what is that? I didn't even know what the plant was. Like I've said before, not massively been into philodendrons for a long time. Didn't know anything about this plant. Then I got speaking to somebody else who told me some interesting stuff about the Philodendron Spiritus Sancti. That new leaf is stunning. And that's kind of what you're going to be seeing going forward, because these leaves get absolutely massive. It is a climber, but it can spread. Now, what was I on about with this plant? So there's a story behind this plant. There's a myth, firstly. There's a story that's going about that this only grew near the Christ Redeemer, and it was poached from there, and then it was tissue cultured. Well, it doesn't grow near the Christ Redeemer, but it does grow in Brazil. This, I think the story about the thief and the person who stole it was from, is it the Botanical Gardens in, was it Los Angeles? Don't hold me to that bit of information, but somebody stole a cutting from it. This was 4 years ago, going at £10,000. Cuttings in this country were going at £600. It's a lot more affordable now. Now, I had these in my shop just 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and these little ones were going for around about 40 quid. So a lot more affordable. I think this one was about 55 quid. There is a little bit of damage to it. There's a little bit of damage to this one, but I'm not bothered because go and Google this plant, guys. In fact, if I remember, I will add a picture of what this looks like when it's older. But I have been watching video after video. Going on about hyperfocus, guys, that's what I do. I watch a lot of videos and stuff when I really want to learn about it. When it comes to philodendrons, like I said before, I prefer the other type of leaves. But, and I say but, the leaves of this plant, when it's mature, oh my God, they are something very, very special. We have new growth, so I cannot wait to see what comes out of that. That's the last leaf, and if you look, it's getting more like what you're going to see going forward. It's a lot better than the previous leaves on this plant, but I absolutely love the Philodendron Spiritus Sancti. So there you have it. They're just some new plants. I did get a load more than that because I buy lots of plants, guys. Anyway, I just want to say a massive thank you. These videos are a bit of fun for me, and the channel has absolutely blown up considering the amount of time I've been doing it and the amount of videos I've done. You know, I think we're in the 600s, which is crazy, subscribers. Yes, I probably need to post more on here, but actually what I'm doing at the moment, I'm really enjoying. I do run my own plant business, guys. It's Big Plant Lad like it is here. If you're in the UK, we do have a website. Go and check it out. We do ship all over the UK. And if you are on TikTok, come and check us out because that's where we sell our plants. We go live every Monday and Friday to sell plants, and we do other lives with members of the community that we have on our Discord called the PLP. The PLP basically is the name that we call this community of people. We've just gone over 300 members in there. If you want to join any of them, just shout me, give me a message, give me a comment, and I will send you the details. And yes, cheap plug at the end, why not? I will see you all on the next one. Thank you so much.